You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brian.
And Brian's recording, and I'm Joey.
And I'm Jess.
Who knows where that comes from? This, folks, is episode 147 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. Come on along. Spend the next hour or so with us talking about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bike packing, bike camping, random ramblings. Tonight's a random rambler.
Oh, boy.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's a lot of Joey.
These are all things I don't like. Random things. I don't like random things.
Or we could talk about just playing bikes. But, and this is almost really big. It is big news. Before we start the podcast, right here at the top in the first minute,
I hit puberty.
I have got to let everyone know that episode 147 is sponsored by Cutaway USA. Now, Cutaway is premium cycling apparel born in the Blue Ridge Mountains, inspired by nature and the surrounding mountains. Cutaway combines innovative fabrics with clean but bold industry-leading design. And right now, Cutaway's holiday sale is live with a 20% off site-wide plus free shipping on all orders. And as Wes used to say, if you don't go and order something right now, you're losing money.
Exactly.
It's really how it works out.
But wait.
They have also just released their all-new Pro 4 cargo bib shorts this week, and they feature an upgrade soft matte fabric EIT Italian chamois and side and rear mesh pockets. You got to have pockets.
Yes.
And I love that they're available.
It has pockets.
It's like there's a dress thing, right? Yes, I know. See, I watch the Instagram. Available in black
TikTok, but okay.
or dark navy. Now, I haven't seen them. I haven't had a hands-on, but this is what I understand. That Pro 4 cargo bib is a great addition for anybody's gravel adventure. They also have some really cool Blue Ridge gravel riding inspired tech tees. They've got wind vests and some Born in the Blue Ridge water bottles that also kind of caught my eye when I was looking at them. Cutaway has free shipping, returns, and exchanges. And don't forget, 20% off site-wide, no code needed. But Joey, Jess, I'm going to make it one bit better. You know how I'm going to do that? You know how I'm going to do it?
How?
Because if you use the code GRAVEL, all caps, GRAVEL, gravel, you will get an extra 5% off of the already crazy 20% off site-wide. And that's just for our listeners, an additional 5%. So don't forget, Cutaway has a full custom program, which is what we use.
We've been using Cutaway for going on 2 years now.
And you've switched over the shop to using Cutaway. And we've used GTD for Cutaway, our Cutaway for GTD. So definitely check them out.
Matt from Rich Ply, everything Jersey-wise and kits is Cutaway.
So definitely
keep Mid-Atlantic.
Check it out. I remember meeting Philip at Philly Bike Expo. Yeah.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yep.
So very exciting. Okay. What are you guys drinking today?
Oh, crap. I have whatever I drank last week.
Did you just have one of them, or do you have
just one?
Do you have 8 of them in there?
So for the listeners, that 10% beer, I filled up my beer stein with 2, and I don't know why, but I woke up with like one of those hungover headaches.
I think if we record it back, like it would say, like, isn't the ABV like 10 on those? Like your wife said that, and
like
you were
very
like,
early.
What?
I think he was already into them.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I actually have a beer in front of me too. I have, and I pulled this right
This
out
is a
of
first.
Your thing. You didn't have to convince me. Twist my arm, I think.
My dad brought that over.
Happy hour. It is, and this is what got me. Oh, I just spit something all over my computer. A crushable Pilsner from Peak Organic Brewing, and it is really good.
It's a good looking can.
It's a good looking can. I like the light colors. Yeah, good stuff, and it tastes good too. I don't know. There's all sorts of things that are way too small for my old eyes to read. But it's talked about locally sourcing clean and crisp, certified organic stuff. So I'm excited about that.
Nice.
So it's healthy beer, right? Isn't that what it means?
All beer is healthy.
All beer is healthy.
Yeah.
Very good. That works for me. And Jess, what have you got in front of you?
I am drinking Liquid IV.
What is that?
It is
delicious.
It does taste really good. It is made to like increase your hydration.
Mm-hmm. Who makes it?
It's called Liquid IV.
That's the
a brand.
Okay.
I started using it because I needed calories in the bike and I needed actual like sugar. They have sugar in it. But it is super good.
Oh, you could see the look.
I was gonna say you could keep that sugar to yourself. However, this Liquid IV is really great. I have I've had a lot of coffee today, so it is very important that I keep hydrated. It's sometimes hard just to keep chugging water. So
sure,
Liquid IV, it's really good tasting. I really like the lemon lime, and I really like the agave.
The agave is so good.
The pina colada is not my favorite, but I'm not a coconut person.
Okay.
So I do really like it. At first, I didn't like it. They sent me like a box, and I was like, I don't really like it.
Okay, I didn't see this being made. How much rum went in it?
Yeah, there's no rum in it. There is no rum in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's all be appropriate about this. She does like it caught in the rain, but she doesn't melt.
Okay.
So.
All
I'm
right.
not a witch. That's what he says when it says I don't melt in the rain. Like that's what he means.
Jessica, it's raining.
Like Jess, it's raining. You can't go outside. You're gonna melt. Like, and there's also
that's right,
a time,
because Wizard of Oz.
Yes, and I don't mean to be yelling, but I get very frustrated. There was one time where I was walking down the stairs, and he said, "Look who comes from Mount Crumpet," and I googled Mount Crumpet, and that's where the Grinch lives.
Hey, you know what? The older I get, the more I understand why Grinch wanted to live alone.
Yeah, exactly.
With nothing but his dog.
Exactly. So
I could sign up for the Grinch program.
Definitely.
I like you guys.
Yeah.
I was going with the Hall & Oates thing for most
Getting
of that.
used to your dog.
Pina coladas, getting caught in the rain.
Oh, I see what he was. See, sometimes it's crossovers. And
yeah, no.
So you also, folks, you may be listening to this a little bit early because we decided
on your drive to your in-laws to eat some raviolis.
Because it is Tuesday when we record, and Joey had the great idea last week. Since it is Thanksgiving week, everybody, happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for our listeners, and hopefully they're thankful for
and my
us.
dog.
Yeah. That we are going to actually release this episode tonight on Tuesday night.
Super awesome.
So you're going to
started early to give you time.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It doesn't take me long to do
Yeah.
it. And it all works. So
you get another one of those happy hours in you.
Since it's random ramblings, who wants to go first?
Oh, Lord. It's going to be Joey.
I've got a bunch of stuff to talk about.
Okay.
Can I go first?
Sure.
Wow, you broke down
Yes, I did.
category into categories.
Yes. So first, everybody, I've been back on Zwift, right? And I've got like this weird little ramble that I need to do on the new. Have you ridden Makura Island? Makare Island?
Twice already in the last few days.
So why are there so many cats? There are literally cats everywhere. I want to start a GoFundMe for the feral cats in Zwift to raise some money for them so that we can get them fixed. So that problem will stop. Have you guys not noticed that? Really? Seriously?
I wasn't watching it.
There are cats everywhere. Little orange and white ones. There are little calico cats. And they're all cleaning themselves. And it's like, I don't understand why they're not are chasing the little clumps of birds, because there's little clumps of birds everywhere too.
No, they eradicate the wild bird species.
I don't know why the cats haven't begun to go.
What are we
to
going
the
through?
birds,
A zoo? Like, where are we going on this Zwift ride?
That's right. You're on Peloton.
Yeah,
you're watching people go, Jess.
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Cheering.
I like it.
The other thing, why are there so many vending machines? Have you noticed that?
In arcades?
And I don't care about the arcades. That's just kind of a cool thing. And the neon thing with people dancing. You know, I get
I didn't
really
look
cool.
that close.
I do not understand why there are so many vending machines. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe they have a lot of vending machines.
You can buy some weird stuff in vending machines over there.
Maybe that's just it, because there's always vending machines, and there are like 2 or 3 of them in a row, and there's always somebody like in front of the vending machine.
That's what retail needs to be scared of, not the internet. Vending machines in the U.S.
True that.
Yeah.
I also saw a lady in a kimono behind bars, which I didn't understand either. There's like one of these little like turns in one of the little towns, and there's like this wall of like bars, and there's this lady walking around behind it in a kimono.
I'm questioning if he's really watching Zwift. Like, I'm like thinking to myself, like, maybe he got Zwift in another channel, like confused. Like
everybody out there is going to know what I'm talking about.
What if this is real people trapped inside a virtual world?
It could be. That's just
Parallel
what I'm talking
universes.
about. It's like Ready Player One.
It's like Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah,
or any of that stuff. Any of that stuff. Where do you think those people? But then, I just did not understand.
There's
lady
cyborgs among us.
in the kimono behind bars. It was very unusual.
I have one of those.
Way too many cats, way too many vending machines, and people locked up. This doesn't feel like Zwift to me, but okay, I'm going to go with it. The other thing I want to talk about, which I don't know if have I talked about cameras on here
To
before?
me.
We have talked about them before because I guess like for the last
GTD security cameras?
no, this riding season I've been very. I felt compelled to, especially when I'm riding on the road, to put cameras on my bikes to record what's going on.
You've always had cameras, yeah.
And, well, I had them long ago, and then I gotten away from it because it was such a hassle. And then you just hear about so many things happening that I really do feel like the more people who put cameras on the bikes and the more accountable we can hold drivers with regard to conflict, I think the better off we can all be in the long run. Because once they all realize that, hey, all these cyclists are riding cameras, they're not going to be, I'll be crude, dickish on the road, right? Do you think that's true?
It just made me think of something. That's why, so Tom Stewart just posted a video of the back of his Tesla, and some guy was like drifting over on the bridge lane. Did you see that?
Saw that.
And it was and it made me think to myself, like, holy shit, like that person could have caused major. Sorry,
no, it's okay.
But
this is a topic. I think that language is allowed. I think it's fine. So I've been running the Cycleek Fly 6 on the back of my bike. Always struggled with what to do on the front of the bike because I've got GoPros all over the place. You know, I've got 4 GoPros.
You got like 8 GoPros
I got
at your disposal all the time.
I got a 5.
yeah, it's
I
like
got
R2D2. It's like doo-doo.
So I found this little product from a company called DigiPower. It is the Refuel
Digimon.
and it is basically an external battery pack that works with your GoPro. Now, I've got it running on the front of my bike right now with the GoPro 5, but the 5 does not have anywhere near the stabilization of any of the others. I think the stabilization really comes to its own and the GoPro 7. But I've been running it with the 5, and I can literally outrun the camera card, the battery.
Oh, this just looks like a media case.
Yeah, it's basically what it is. It's a giant battery pack. It will run my GoPro for about 9 hours. I've actually left it on all day. It'll run that thing for 9 hours, which I almost...
Does it overheat?
No, that's just it. It didn't. Now, I've just been running it with the 5, but I have ordered, or pre-ordered, I guess. They have a refuel that's going to work with the GoPro 9 and 10. And I have a 10, so I've gotten the refuel on order, which is supposed to be before the end of the year, to work with the GoPro 10. And I think a part of the GoPro 10's overheating problems, it comes to how it's used and then the frame rates that you're trying to record. So really high frame rates at really high resolution causes a problem for the camera. I've been running my 5 at 2.7K, 60 frames a second.
Yeah.
And literally it's been running for hours and hours and hours. But the stabilization is a little off. So I'm excited to see what the 10 can do with the DigiPower when that actually arrives. In the meantime, I forgot, and it arrived today, I forgot that I already ordered a Fly 12. So I just had a Fly 12 show up today because they've been back ordered for months and months and months and months and months. And I had actually forgotten that I'd bought it until it showed up in the mail today. So I'm going to give a long-term review, maybe tomorrow, on the Fly 12. So all those options that I'm playing with, I am curious to hear. This is an episode where I'm going to ask for listener input quite a bit. I'm curious if any listeners out there are using anything that's similar like that, what's worked for them, if they've had success using it, if they're running it at all. You don't run cameras.
No.
Joey, and Jess, you don't. Have you ever thought about it? Is it just
I forget my regular stuff.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten it into my routine with my lights because I've started to run lights pretty much all the time. Got a front flasher. And that was one thing that the Fly 12 does is it combines the camera and the light together, so it's one less thing to have to think about.
Yeah, but your last rear camera tail light sucked.
So what I've done...
It either died really quick or was never bright because it died so quick.
I had to figure out how to work it. I was running it at a very low power.
It was low.
A flasher. So what I actually have done, though, because the Fly 6, you only get about 3 hours out of it if you're lucky. And then the battery when the battery dies, you
keeps
lose
chirping.
your camera and your rear flashy.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've actually added a no matter what, because you know me, I don't ever know how far I'm going to go when I go out on a bike.
Yeah.
So I've thrown the rear red blinky on the bike just to have it there. So if I go, I was going to do 40 today, ended up doing 60, and it starts to run out, I can turn the other one on because I think it's important. So I'm curious what listeners have done, and I would love to hear some feedback. Last item. No, actually, this isn't even my last item, Joey. Excited about this is like my rambling. You guys are sitting there looking at me like.
Well, I was just looking at your list.
Otso Warrican accent colors. So I heard from Hush Money today. It looks like I will be able to get my Otso Warrican titanium frame before the end of the year. But one of the questions, and I didn't think I was going to get the choice on this, because when you go to select frames, you can tell them what accent colors you want in the little anode bits.
Yeah.
So, the little bits, parts, and pieces, all the things that add color and flair. And I didn't think I was going to get to make that choice because I thought we were going to buy a bike. It was going to have to strip it down. So I thought it was going to come already what they'd ordered. But I heard from them today, and they said, hey, what colors do you want? So I've got it narrowed down to basically 3 colors.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing I would very much like to hear from listeners is, what are your thoughts on the colors? Blue, orange,
Purple.
or green? I don't like the purple. I looked at the purple.
Purple looks good.
I'm not crazy about the
We're
purple.
going purple.
I know purple is your color, but if I had to be honest, the blue is the one that appeals to me the most. The orange and the green both have appeal in and of themselves.
I
don't know.
love the orange that we saw, and the blue is also beautiful.
The orange, that's really because I've seen the orange in person and I know
I
how
love
good
the
it
orange.
looks. But the blue is it reminds me of my old AWOL. My AWOL had those little blue accents. It was the white frame. With
There's an
the blue
AWOL for
accents.
sale right now.
Don't want to talk about it. Actually. So, do you think I should actually put this out there for listeners to not
I think you should, like I said before, you should sell parts of the bike like a sponsorship bike.
So like somebody could
Donate a, what I say, like Chris King headset, whatever color they want.
no. I'm toying with the idea of actually putting it out there for listeners. That's dangerous though. But
You can buy the top tube. It's just like a NASCAR.
what if they all get
race car.
different colors? That would be horrible.
Yeah, but then you're not paying for it.
No. So what do you think, folks? Blue, orange, or green? Also, we already
Orange.
talked about this, Joey, the headset. There's a couple of choices to make on that. The premium Wolf Tube headset versus the performance. I think I'm going to go with the premium headset. Ideas around the tuning chip, because that bike has in the rear triangle the ability for it to shorten or lengthen the
Why not?
the chainstay. So I'm going to get them all, I think is the right thing to do, because one's a flip and then one sits in the middle, and play with them and just kind of see what happens. Now I told you I ordered my GRX wheels.
Yes.
Already got those. And then I just went after much consideration and ordered a pair of Rene Hurst. Barlow Pass, I think is the number.
Yeah, Barlow was a 38 because that's
Yeah.
ring a bell because I finally.
It's a 738 slick. So I'm excited about that. I'm also a little concerned that the tires cost almost as much as the wheels. But you guys, Jess is looking at me like she's like, now.
Oh, I've had a few sets of those. I love them.
Well, I always try to get excited. I did it today. I went into the shop and I was like, Joey, look at these tires I'm going to try. And you're like, yeah, I tried those. I've ridden those before. Every time.
Oh yeah, because the Taravels. They're like, no, they're actually on my bike already.
I'm like looking around. I'm going Taravell Washburns, Joey. What do you think of those? And you're like, yeah, I rode them. I've had those on my bike.
They're on my bike right now. Yeah.
And then obviously the triple mounts on the fork. That's the last piece to the puzzle, and I'm excited about it. I'm really excited. I'm excited to get the last bike. No, I didn't.
So I'll carry that.
Last item on my big long list. Do you guys have any idea how many days it is to the Croatan bucket?
I think about like 116.
116 days.
Is it really?
Yes, it is. That doesn't seem like a lot, does it? It doesn't seem like a lot. That's kind of like a short window. So it's as of today, Tuesday, November 23rd. It's 116
I just got to warm up.
days.
I got to start drinking tea and lemon and honey and just get my speaking
voice
voice ready.
on.
That's right. You're going to
do I
be
do the Morgan Freeman?
now. Which one are you more excited about? Being the master of ceremonies or the master of ceremony? Which are you more excited about? Being the master of ceremony or the master of ceremony? You notice the difference? Are you more excited about the ceremony or the fact that you're going to be the master of it?
Yes.
Okay. I caught you off guard with a little bit of that.
Oh no, you didn't catch me off guard. I just
So
had,
you've thought
I had
about
14
this.
APBs over
So
here.
you've thought about it. And
15.
I'm excited about it. I'm
I
excited
am.
to see you in a little red jumpsuit and announcing
I
our
see him in
names.
his overalls every day.
Then nothing but his overalls. You should get a
Whoa.
picture of that.
I'll send you it.
I see him in his overalls.
Well, anyway,
All right.
116 days.
I'm going to be done now. Jess or whichever one of you guys wants
Are we,
Go
are
ahead,
we at this
honey.
or that now? I just figured you took the whole episode.
No.
No, I'm just
Nope.
kidding.
I haven't done that in a long time. I haven't rambled like that in a long time, have I?
It was a very good ramble.
Thank
We're all
you.
excited about your little cameras
And my bike and my
and your
titanium bike.
and your bike.
And I'm
And
reminding
these
everybody.
wheels and tires and
Thank you.
all these things.
So excited.
We are all excited
I'm so
about
excited.
all of these
I'm
things.
so glad that somebody's excited about things that I'm excited about. I never get that from Joey. He just looks at me.
Okay,
and
go
goes,
ahead, honey bunches.
Oh, this is like opening presents on Christmas. Your turn.
No, then we would alternate.
No, I would have a Peloton treadmill.
Out.
Oh, jeez.
No, Peloton van's not here yet. Go ahead, honey.
No, I don't want to say.
You get a $7,500 van and paint Peloton on the side of it, Joey.
Oh yeah, we deliver them. That's how we could double up. Be the contractors for Southern Maryland.
You wear a little suit, little gray uniform.
No, I updated my Zwift,
Yeah.
so I actually have the new Macquarie, whatever it's called, Islands.
Mm-hmm.
No, I rode Sunday and this morning.
Yeah.
So
We,
I'm prepping
rode-
for Dirty Kitten.
We rode together on Sunday in the same room at the same time.
But you were Peloton.
I was
when he was Zwifting?
Pelotoning and Joey was on the Wahoo. It was what dreams were made of. So many people messaged me and was like, "Oh my god, I wish me and my significant other would do that."
Aw. Did
I
you
got
put it
it.
on Instagram? Did you
We
put it-
did. We
Nice.
did. We put
Long
on-
story short, being the dude I am, Friday I told her it was too cold to ride outside.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't look good, and then I got peer pressure from my friends, and then I'm leaving.
He
and
told
she's-
me not to ride with him on Saturday, and he rode with his friends.
Yes,
I saw
precisely.
that.
It happened.
I couldn't ride Saturday. We talked.
we
about
had a
that.
good time.
Yeah, and I saw your
Um,
rides. Looks like y'all had a great.
It was
time.
cold. It was cold.
Mhm.
Like I was dressed appropriately, but it was like 37 when I started.
Yeah.
And it did warm up, and I have I have my outfit, my new riding crap, perfect. But it was freaking cold to start.
Yeah.
Like I said, you warm up very quick, but you stop, and then your sweat gets. Try not to sweat.
That's the worst part of it.
It's the evaporation, guys.
it ended up being a beautiful-
evaporation from your sweat is cooling.
And we know, mad scientist over here. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's freaking cold. So then Sunday, I'm like, let's ride together inside. It's
Oh, nice.
No, yeah, like I said, the new Zwift course was pretty cool. I did it again today. I did the I did the farms or something.
I did that. That's what I did today.
It was a nice. It's got enough little
Yeah.
climbing just to keep you going.
That's
but
where
if
yeah, and you didn't see all the cats.
I wasn't paying attention.
I think somebody needs to do a cat count. But that's
Oh, you
just
can
me.
start it. I don't
Maybe
have
maybe
that time.
Alex or Chris can do a dirty.
You
kitten.
maybe need to work harder.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Ouch! If I'm paying,
There's a lot of ouches today, friends. Like there's some hostility at this table right now.
Well, no, that's about it. I did have some neck issues after I got off the Kona on the trainer on Sunday.
so you have the Kona on the trainer.
So the
not the
Kona's on the trainer right now, and it's like, every time I get off the Kona, I did move some stuff around today, and it was very comfortable.
You need to.
I did
do
take a lot of Floyds.
It sounds to me like you need to do a little work on.
I need a
bit.
fit,
Yeah, it sounds like you do because every time you get off the Kona,
but I love it's so comfortable. It's not till like after, like
something's not right.
7,
there.
8 hours after. Today I felt great, but I moved a little bit around on the front end,
Mhm.
just because the trainer. I moved it up a little bit, rotated the bars just the slightest. I think my
interesting.
saddle was a little nose down, and I was jamming myself into the shifters, causing
Okay.
that neck pain. So I leveled that, and then I just moved the spacers a little bit
Okay.
in the front, but very comfortable. I did take a lot of Floyds, but no, I was very comfortable. My iPad was about to die, so I rounded it. I was like 2% with 45 minutes.
You always have to plug in. You have to plug in all.
Well,
the
I only
devices.
started with 10%.
No,
I just forgot to charge it.
I always have to plug in all the things because that's my worst fear is that you're in the middle of a Zwift thing and
It happens.
shuts down.
Actually, my goal, I think the Ceres desk has a power strip built in you can plug in, right?
I have no
Are you
idea.
a Ceres ambassador?
No, well, no, I'm not anymore.
should
They did not have that at the time that I was. I can't be expected to learn all their stuff after they
should.
fired
Oops.
me.
What I want to do is hook up a power strip. I'll probably just literally like find one and hot glue it or something
That's what I did.
to the side of it.
Yeah, I have a power strip right next to my bike.
I just looped it through and tied a knot.
I
in the
want it
thing
like
and
on the Wahoo desk.
Oh, you want to be like
I wanna
Seth's
just, like,
bike hacks where everything is like neat and tidy. And
Yes, I don't want.
I got wires every place.
Yeah, I hate that.
I have wires. I mean, I got like,
the same
I
way.
don't really care.
Cable
Look at
management.
this. Look
I
at what's
know,
going
I don't
on here
care.
on this table.
This
I
is
just
not bothering
Anyway,
As long as they're
that's my
perfect.
goal.
Okay.
No, that's about it. I would say we are doing our shop grand opening December 11th.
Mhm.
That's the only day that I could get, could line everything up with for a while. So that's the date. We're doing 8 to 10 o'clock. Average Joe route or something.
So there's a ride in the
There's
morning.
a ride in the morning. I don't care what the temperature is.
Mhm.
And then from 10 till 1 or 2, we'll have Specialized there. And then my paddle rep, David, hopefully David, our Specialized demo rep guy, will be David Rinsville. Everyone knows David Rinsville.
Yeah.
Possibly, Ceres and Shimano and I think the Wahoo van is coming
Is Ted
with the
King
big
coming?
setup. I hope, but the Wahoo van's going to be there.
Has Ted King been invited?
No, I should invite him.
You should
I
invite
should,
all these
I should
people.
invite him with a card in the mail.
Yes,
An
a
offer he
personally
could-
signed card.
He could stay in my house.
I think you might get him.
Yeah.
You might be surprised.
Be surprised.
You might be surprised.
And
I'll
then
I'll text him later.
text him. Yeah.
See if he's available.
So it should be a grand old party. We're gonna have food and we have giveaways from Specialized and paddle stuff to give away and all the good stuff. So it'll be fun. We'll wrap that up unless the Wahoo van decides the Wahoo side's like 12 to 5.
Mhm.
We have a Wahoo party after.
Nice.
So it should be a grand old day.
Is it gonna go late into the evening?
No, we close at 5.
Oh,
No, we could carry over some partyage.
I think that's a good. That's a
All
good
those
idea.
bike industry folks doing
So
unmentionables.
what would be nice is, folks, if you're local or in the Mid-Atlantic, or I think probably 500 or 600 miles is a reasonable distance to come for an event of this caliber and this stature and this. I think that-
we're not
yeah.
getting the cops called on us or like whatever Nate and Hush Money did.
No.
Maybe
I'm
we
just saying,
could.
I'm just saying, because there's going to be all sorts of revelry and excitement and giveaways. I think people would drive.
I'll be on my new bike then.
Yeah, I think people should come a long distance.
Yeah.
And that's really close. It's all like 2 or 3 weeks away.
3 weeks away.
Yeah, so you got plenty of time to make your airline plans and, don't have to worry about all
Dude,
that.
screw what they say about airline tickets still being cheap. They're,
No joke,
they're not
right?
expensive, but they're not what they say they are when you are all said and done.
We had some friends that just left to go to Disney for Thanksgiving week,
That's a
and they
bad
were
decision.
on the plane yesterday morning, and the flight was canceled. It was like you're sitting on the plane, and all of a sudden it's like, folks, we're sorry. This flight has been canceled. Like, what are you talking
What's
about?
that? The National
Not even
Lampoon?
kids.
Sorry, folks, park closed.
But you're already in the park.
Like, what would you do? Like, what do you get off the plane and
They just immediately scrambled, found another flight that was like later in the day, so their plans got kind of screwed up a little bit. But they got there, so it was just a little bit later. But can you imagine though sitting on the plane and it'd be like, "Oh, sorry,
my
folks."
luggage is all there? I'd be like,
Yeah,
what the hell is
exactly.
going on? You know,
oh,
like,
if you're
sorry,
if you're
sorry.
checking luggage in today's airline world,
Yeah.
then you need to rethink your life choices
yeah.
because the carry-on is the way
No,
to go.
my duffel bag is small enough to.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, is that it for you, Joey? Is that all? the
That's
things you
about it.
got?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
basic.
You got a full week.
I won't be at the Hush Money Black Friday ride.
No. That's a long
'Cause
ways to go.
DOG. Well, we're not far away from in Jersey, but we're taking Blake with us,
Okay.
who is quietly sleeping on their table until
For a moment,
bounce,
you just
yeah.
said he just kind of grunted when you
Oh
said
no,
his name.
he's in that puppy position, like
Yeah.
where he's sleeping,
Yeah.
with his legs all curled up.
He's such a good boy.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
Such a good.
Oh, real quick, I got him
Huh?
a tracking collar,
You got what?
so I'm gonna start.
Oh, you got
putting
him a tracking
I'm gonna
collar, okay.
I'm gonna upload all that to his Zwift or his Strava. I mean,
You serious? You got him a Zwift account or a
no,
Strava
it would
account?
be cool.
Get him a Strava
No,
account.
his collar,
no,
like
his
actually,
collar does like detection of where he is. So like if I take him for a walk, it'll be like
it shows his
Jessica walked
GPS.
Blake for 3.5 miles. Like
Yeah, it shows the map and
it
everything.
shows the map. I mean, it is pretty cool. If Blake was to ever get out, we would be able to find in the area where he was.
Yeah, it's live. Like it runs through AT&T.
I That's really cool.
Yeah,
I would.
it's cool.
Yeah.
I would follow Blake on.
I did. I was teaching
Instagram.
today, and I was like, "Oh, Blake is going for a walk with Joey."
Yeah, that's cool.
And my students are like, "What are you doing tracking your dog?" I was like, "Well, it's right here." Like,
So, other thing I forgot to add. Long story short,
Lord,
you simmer
that's
down
okay.
over there.
just saying.
Jeez.
Joey's podcast.
I took Jessica's car yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Well, she yells at me right now to get her check engine light fixed out. Literally, it's been on for months,
What was it?
and we don't know.
They still don't know.
It didn't turn on when the technician got in the car. It's never
Yeah, but
gone off.
It still actually should be in the computer.
No,
that went off.
they told me they ran everything. They tried to dig it up. I had to pull the code out that I got.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Jessica.
Freaking Murphy's Law.
What'd you do?
What did I do?
They think it's the gas cap because the Subarus have like.
You got to get to certain clicks. Yeah.
Me and sometimes it doesn't clear itself after enough or whatever.
That makes sense.
I like people bring their bikes in and like I was doing this and it wasn't like no months of luckily it was just a minor code and whatnot, but I just wanted the code cleared. Like I just wanted it fixed.
Uh-huh.
And then she comes out, yeah, we've been doing everything, but never came on for us. I'm like, I literally pulled in. It's been on for months.
Was it on when you pulled in?
Yes.
Isn't that the way it is? Isn't that
Like, what are the
It
chances?
hasn't turned off since like last year.
They plugged it
Not
in,
last
couldn't
year.
figure out what it was, and cleared it, and just went, "Oh, we don't know. It was never there."
Yeah, it was. I think it turned on in late March, early April this year.
Well, if it comes back on, we need
And
an
it
update.
changes. Well, they think it's if they said she said if it comes back on, buy a new gas cap.
Oh,
They did a bunch of other nice stuff, and we got the car clean. It looked like a new car.
they got it detailed,
Yeah,
all spiffy and clean.
yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, it was. You bring your bike in for service, just
Just
doing
in-
all this
just in
stuff,
time
and then
for-
doesn't do anything when you bring it in.
Just to throw some dirty workout clothes around the back of
Well, there was a whole stick of deodorant scattered on the front floor in multiple pieces, so that was kind of gross. But it smelled good.
it. Hey, that works. That works.
Yeah.
I bought that car with my own money.
She
You
can
know, like
She's
Oh,
doing
no,
what
what
she
are we-
wants.
We're not bickering like that.
well, I'm not bickering at anything. It's my car. Like I've had that car before I've known you. Like
I know, but I'm just
it's my car. Like,
It's her car.
You know,
respect
like-
it. Don't trash it.
Okay, Jess, what's been going on in your world?
I'm in trouble.
No, I'm just saying it's like like it's my car.
I'm gonna
Like,
have some more hot dog.
I mean, I don't think this is bickering. Anyway, so we played bingo today at school, and every time I called 069, you would thought like the things would be like cracking up. People were laughing. People were like, "Oh my god, she just said 69 in the classroom." Anyway, so I spend
No, did it happen a
I
lot?
spend lots of my time making sure the answers aren't 420 and 69 because it's just a whole gamut that I don't want to get into.
Oh, that's hilarious. It's 8th graders, right?
8th graders, correct. So, they just kicked my dog, Blake. Waiting on a lot of things right now. So, first thing we're waiting on is All Bodies on Bikes is running a festival to Steamboat.
Cool.
And 12 people get in.
Okay.
So it is a long shot chance, but it's promoting diversity on bikes. So I definitely applied.
You apply. Okay, so that's
Definitely applied. Yep. You had to do a 3-minute video submission. You had to do write an application, X, Y, and Z, and all the things. So we'll see. We'll see back this week. But it's definitely a long shot.
So, but you will hear back this week.
We will
That's
hear
great.
back this week.
That's great.
Yep.
That's great. That'll
And
drag it out.
it's, yeah. So it's
You got to start training if you get in.
correct.
Ooh.
But that's why the hardest part is the limited hours of, the amount of work I have during the day, the amount of time on the bike and everything like that. Like it is really hard to balance a work life, healthy exercise, balance in anything you do, no matter what job you have. It is very difficult to balance
True that.
all three things, and to making sure you have time with your family
True that.
is very difficult, So Joey's doing that amazing bike thing down here. The bike party.
The bike party.
And I won't be able to be there because it's my niece's birthday party. So, having that balance of what's work, what's play, and what's family, and what's most important to you.
Everybody struggles with that.
Everybody struggles with that. So,
But that doesn't make it any less internal when it's you dealing with it.
yeah, no, yeah,
Just
I
because
definitely
everybody
get
deals
that.
with it,
But
you know.
so, What else are we waiting for? We're waiting for the universe to tell me something about Gravel Worlds, right? We're waiting for a sign, something, an homage to sign up and get training for that. Go ahead, Joey.
We're waiting.
No, I mean,
Oh,
I'm
I
not
am.
signed
I'm
up.
in.
Brian signed up.
I'm in.
Nadine signed up. Larry signed up.
Yep. There's at
Amanda
least-
even
I think
signed
Amanda
up.
signed up. I
Yep.
think there's 4 of us that are like locked in now.
100% guaranteed.
Well, you could use a transportation van for that.
We could. Actually, that would be fantastic, wouldn't it? And then maybe we could get some other people that are going from the Mid-Atlantic area to Gravel Worlds that would need their bike transported as well. That's an interesting business model that we could possibly explore.
We can
isn't it,
give her a
Joy?
discount.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I will be flying.
discounted bikes go on the
Yes,
roof.
but how's your bike getting there?
I will be flying. I don't know how my bike is getting there yet, but I will be flying.
Well, I know how.
Discounted bikes go on the roof. If you pay full
Yeah,
freight, you
right.
get your bike inside.
So, I don't know. It would be a really cool weekend, a really cool Jess experience to do Steamboat and then to fly over to Lincoln to do Gravel Worlds.
How close are they together?
They are literally 7 days apart.
Oh, wow. And, I've got the Airbnb in Lincoln
Yeah.
from Tuesday night all the way through
Yeah.
the day after the race.
And there are a few people from All Bodies on Bikes who are doing both of them. And I was thinking to myself, holy moly, what a way to end the summer.
No joke, right?
Right? Like to do Steamboat, to do Croatan, and to do Gravel Worlds.
You got some bike logistics to think about if that's the case.
I know. But it is so exciting to have all of this on the prospects.
Right.
It is
Agreed.
very exciting to me.
I'm already looking forward to Unpaved again.
Yeah. I mean, all those
Same.
things are really exciting to me.
What is our locked in event calendar so far for next year? We got Croatan, we got Gravel Worlds, and Unpaved.
The only things I've said I was going to, I've already volunteered at.
Yeah.
I'm volunteering the whole year. I don't ride bikes anymore.
Well, I'm volunteering at Unpaved,
Just kidding.
but I'm riding Croatan. You're volunteering at Croatan.
I am volunteering.
And then I'm going to Gravel Worlds. I got to come up with a couple of more. But I do like the idea of like stretching it out a little bit and getting outside of the things that are right here in our backyards. But
No,
anyway.
I agree with that. And I know that a couple listeners are going to connect with this, so I'm going to say this. You don't always have to do the longest ride to go to an event. Like some people think that, I'm only like I'm going to St. Jude Marathon and I'm only doing the half marathon this year. And to say only doing a half marathon with raising all that money, I'm like doing myself a disservice. So if you're going to Gravel Worlds and you're doing a 30, go to Gravel Worlds, do the 30 and enjoy the effing day.
Yep.
Don't make it like that just because you're not doing the full event doesn't mean.
I was trying to entice Sam to come to Gravel World.
Yeah.
And he actually messaged me. He's like, are you planning to ride or are you just going to watch? I'm like, well, hold up a minute. I'm not going halfway around the world to watch anybody do anything. I'm going to go ride. But the distance is irrelevant. Go do the thing.
The distance is irrelevant. Go do the thing. So if it is like one of those things like, oh, I'm going to go to Lincoln, Nebraska to do 50 miles. It's 50 miles. It's a beautiful day. What a great workout to do for the day. And you still get to meet people and enjoy the event and enjoy the day. So do all of it.
We've gone very long in our ramblings
I
already.
don't mean to be rude, but you guys took a very long time.
No.
So
Oh,
no.
Mine
Mine was very short.
I happened to look down. I rambled on for a long time. So
do the
take
event.
your time.
Do the event. That's all I'm saying.
We've
is do
been
the
running
event.
like an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes since we've been breaking things up.
My closing remark is do the event.
Do the event.
Don't worry about what mileage you're doing. Just do the event. Do
Right.
the event. Enjoy the day. Meet new people, and you'll get more out of it than just the miles.
And it could actually be that your objective for going to that event may actually be to physically challenge yourself, or it could be to connect with people, or it could be to enjoy the experience.
Yep.
You decide what's important for
Yep.
you, and you focus on doing that for you. Don't let anybody else. I hear you.
I
hear
gotcha.
you. I think it's fantastic. I mean, focus on yourself. Don't be influenced by whatever's going on. Hey, Joe, you want to do Strava Club?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. I did not make top 100 this week.
Oh,
All right.
Blake's
I
bringing
feel like a
his toy
dog's
under
right
the
here.
table.
He loves his toys.
You want to show it to me?
Mark Duran from somewhere in PA. Is that a town? Somewhere?
No, I'm sorry, Mark.
93.8. That's low.
I did
That's a high
actually
number, but
kind of stalk Mark to figure out where he was from.
No.
So somewhere in Pennsylvania.
Dominic Gree from Masterton, Wellington, New Zealand. With
Down, what's that? That's not an Aussie.
Is a Kiwi.
A Kiwi. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah thank you, Joey.
No,
Very
aren't we
good.
the Kiwis? No, they're the Kiwis.
They're the Kiwis.
With 248.2, just like the toy. And then Chris Nessler from Bethesda, Maryland, with 141.6.
Awesome. Good
We
job,
are
Mark,
down
Dominic and Chris.
to 92.3 to be in our top 100 this week.
Yep.
And we are at 787 from 785. So if you
up.
want to close that gap to 800, 13 of you listeners at strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt.
We have so many listeners that I don't think have joined us on Strava yet.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's the case. So my challenge for the week, again, it's a call out to listeners. Join us on Strava, please.
Oh, yeah.
Please go over. Let's see if my personal plea actually has a difference. I don't think it will.
You might. You never know. You never know who you're inspiring.
All right, Jess, what have you got for us this week that's from anywhere you've gotten questions? You got some stuff this week.
I got some stuff this week. Primal sent me a jersey. I know you guys, if you've been listening, you know all about how I feel super uncomfortable with jerseys. So Primal sent me a jersey. I bought a large, which is my kind of like my t-shirt size. And they directed me to a fit that they think would be best for me, loose, comfortable, etc., etc. It had donuts on it, very fitting for who I am as a person. And it was super comfy.
So you were actually able to reach out to them, have a conversation with them about fit?
Yeah. So what happened is I met them at the Philly Bike Expo, and they were giving me Primal is a women-owned designed company. And what they specialize in is saying, if this is a large, you're a large in all of these things. Because a lot of brands, they ship them out to different places make different things. And with my running clothes, I experienced some real negativity with sizes. So it was on my radar about my bike jerseys. I never feel comfortable in bike jerseys, and it's more of a personal thing I'm working through versus a comfort thing I'm working through.
Joey, don't drink water like that while we're podcasting, please.
Sorry.
That was the dog. But yes, he eats the water. He doesn't understand to sip the water.
Poor Jess is going through her thing on a jersey. The dog's there.
Yeah. So it's a jersey. It's first off, Primal made a really good brand. It was very comfy. It was soft. I felt comfortable in it. I'm still working on mentally feeling comfortable wearing a jersey. If you are a woman out there or a man who does not feel comfortable riding with your jersey, I am right there with you. It's just tight. It doesn't matter what size it is. They're supposed to be made tight. Very excited to try it. What I'm very excited about is they give 30% off everything in their stock for educators, military,
cool,
and stuff like that. So even if you're buying something, you send in your proof of ID, just like you would in any other store, and you get 30% off.
Think of all the money we've been saving people in this
Correct.
episode. Oh my goodness.
Blake
just scratched himself and hit the table. It's okay, buddy. But yeah, it is. When they said that, they're like, educators get 30% off our clothes. And I was like,
That's
I
cool.
did not know that.
Thank you.
So they go up to a size 2X in women's, in their stock brand. But if you're doing their custom brand, they go all the way up to 5X.
Wow.
So really to me, it felt like a very safe place to be shopping with all the size options.
Hey, what jumped out at me is the ability to call somebody and actually talk to them about fit, because that's something like you're talking about.
Yeah,
so,
they were amazing with it. It was actually
That's
right
nice.
through Instagram. They were telling me if I was going to this size to go up, if I was going to this fit to go down, etc. I was kind of explaining my situation and how, I have an eating disorder and I'm working through some body image things. And they were really nice and responsive and encouraging me to share my story with their fit and their clothes.
cool. And you had somebody send you. I know that the email came through the website, and then I forwarded it to you.
Yep.
There was somebody who had
And
some
there was
very
a
encouraging
listener
things to say
who,
about that.
who really highly recommended Primal. And it's not something I see a lot. I know there's one guy in our bike club who does ride in Primal, but I haven't been seeing. And the big thing was Philly Bike Expo. Being able to talk to the guys there about the fits and stuff like that was really, really cool. So thank you, Primal. I have a few more TikToks to make for you guys, but it's been a real great pleasure working with them.
Cool. Tonight earlier, I actually reached out to Chris and Alex over at Dirty Kitten and said, hey, we got a little free time tonight, and I want to plug and talk a little bit about their Dirty Kitten winter training series. This is going to be back for its second year, runs January through March. Now, we all did it last year. Did you do it? Were you in on that, Jess? Did you do it with us?
I did not do it.
Okay. I can't remember whether you were, but Joey and I did it, and we had a whole team that was under the umbrella of Sick. And
I was falsely accused. I was trying to do a GTD team without my permission. I got switched to a different team.
yeah, but that's okay.
I feel like I got cheated.
You did. You got shafted.
I got very shafted.
But it's all right.
Yeah.
We won't do that to you this year. We'll actually form a team. But that was one of the coolest parts, I thought, was that team camaraderie. We had our own little Discord channel when our Zwift rides were taking place. We were talking to each other.
None of you guys used cameras or talked before I got on it, sounded like.
Yeah, that's true. You brought that to the table.
What's the point of it?
If you don't know what it is, registration opens up December 3rd on Bike Reg. It begins January 3rd and runs for approximately 10 weeks total. It is a challenge, basically, to get you on your bike during a time when a lot of us aren't. But it does offer both indoor and outdoor riding. It's any bike, anywhere, anytime. You do need to be a Strava member, not a premium member. Just have a Strava account. And Zwift is optional, but they use Zwift heavily. So there's something there. They do prizes, there's swag, accessory, apparel, event entries, which I'm going to give you the list. I mean, I'm looking at the list of event entries that they're giving away for some big events in the area. There are monthly and bi-weekly and weekly challenges, and it's all wrapped around time, distance, and elevation. They do some social media and participation games, giveaways and challenges, cross-training and off-the-bike challenges, and a full gamut of categories and fields to make the event as inclusive as possible for all skill levels and all ability levels. And they're also looking, I know Chris is probably slaving away at a spreadsheet as we speak, doing some stuff with the points in the scoring system to make it a little more quote-unquote fair, to balance the indoor versus outdoor rides without taking away from the fact that the spirit of the event is to create this, I don't know, really cool vibe wrapped around winter training. And I think they really accomplished that in their first year doing it last year. At least that was my impression of what I walked away with. And the event entry giveaways, you can win event entries to Croatan Buck 50, Rothrock Grit, Rocktown Rambler, Gravista, Grusk, and Unpaved. So in addition to t-shirts and socks, you can win over $100 entry to an event.
You can win overalls.
I wonder if you could. Now, I also was just talking to Chris, and I said, Joey, we're going to have to put together one of the little weekly swag things. I've got some t-shirts, some stickers, some pins. Maybe we'll come up with something else and actually do a little giveaway.
I'll give someone a lock in my hair.
That would be fun.
Can you give away your overalls?
No.
Oh, man.
I walked up behind him the other day at the store. And
Did you see him in them?
oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, they got one. Get me. Where do you get them? I need to get me some.
Dungarees.com.
Or does it, what's the Duluth Trading? That'd be a good place to get something like that, I bet, right? Duluth Trading. This podcast sponsored by Duluth Trading.
Anyway.
I have a future idea, and once again, I'm asking for your support.
This is a van?
No. I want to come up with some Christmas gift ideas for the gravel cyclist.
Wolf tooth.
Well, but no. I'm not asking. We may have our own ideas, but I am asking right now for listeners to send us some thoughts and ideas, because I'm looking for some ideas that are outside the box of what the three of us at this table might come up with. And we're going to actually go through them in a future episode. Does that sound good?
No,
I'll tell you, I'm stocking a bike
No,
shop
stop
for
it.
Christmas.
Yeah. Stop.
My Christmas list is posted in my classroom on my my whiteboard. And
Okay.
every time I come up with something else I want, I put it there.
Where only your kids can see it, but
Yeah,
Joey can't?
I
Yeah,
just
she
tell
never
them.
tells me.
I
Well, she told me this year she wants Peloton treadmill.
Well, you need your mom to go in and take some pictures every time that list changes.
Yeah, there's flare pens on there.
No, our dog was our Christmas present to each other.
No, so that's what I'm looking for listeners to come in, and I know that you've got a whole store that I saw the Wahoo stuff that you put in.
Well, that's just to have.
Today, but I do think in a future episode, maybe next week or the week after Thanksgiving, I don't want to actually sit here and talk about Christmas.
Wow,
actual
Lowe's has been up
Flare
for a
pens.
month.
thing.
Flare pens. I love flare pens. Flare pens are gifts any times of the year.
Yeah, you could just give somebody a flare plan.
A Stanley.
I don't even know what
Do
that
you
is.
know what a
Beer
flare
stein.
pen is?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I
good
don't have a
grief.
clue. But I do want one now. So, listeners,
There's probably one in my bed without a cap on it.
send me ideas for Christmas gifts for the gravel cyclist in your life, and let's keep them under $50.
A stick, a cleaning stick for your tire.
Something that you can prop your bike up against to take
A
pictures
spoon,
of it.
yeah.
Okay, you guys will do this or that. So let's do this or that. Jess, ladies first. I'm going to go to you, then me, then Joey.
I'm not on the show notes, so I'm excited. This
Okay,
is like
cool.
blank. Like I don't read them.
I
And
love these ramblers where we
You
don't
do?
have
Good
headphones
grief.
and all that kind of stuff. I do. It's a train wreck, but I love it. Okay, first item this week, this or that. Would you rather ride outdoors in the cold or indoors on the trainer, but no fan? No fan.
Oh, I have the fan like blowing on
I know.
me. Like
I do,
I
too.
have the fan like right on me. I really like riding outdoors in the colds. I would
Do you
say
really?
that. I do.
Really?
I love the
Oh.
cold. I feel the cold is invigorating. You know, like if I'm
it's
having
not.
a stressful day, like I love standing
cold.
out in that cold and I love
You know,
the cold.
the best part of riding out in the cold is when the snot comes out and it freezes
Yeah,
on your upper
yep,
lip.
yep. My co-teacher
No.
frequently makes fun of me because I send him selfies when I'm riding, and he's like, "I always see snot in your nose."
See, I would do the indoors with no fan because I would just like pummel my bike with sweat and it would end up stinking. I'd just take it to Joey
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, bud, can you take a look at this?"
I will turn away bikes.
What about you, Joey?
I don't mind riding in the cold, but
Yeah.
I just open my windows. You
Yeah.
didn't say we couldn't open our windows.
Oh yeah, true. You could. I guess you could.
Ride inside.
Boy, that would be
open
chilly.
our windows.
Wow.
Next item. Next item on this or that. Jess, would you rather be 11 feet tall or 11 inches tall?
This is a weird question.
These are
This
throwbacks.
is a very weird question. I'm gonna go for 11 feet tall.
You would really be okay with being 11
I
feet
would.
tall?
People look at me anyway normally, so I'm used to it.
Think about all the places you could go unnoticed if you were 11
Yeah,
inches tall,
but
though.
I think I'd be like ride restrictions, like like I wouldn't be able to ride like a merry-go-round.
No,
or
they'd never know
something.
because you just jump in somebody's
or,
pocket.
Like I'd be really good friends with a giraffe. I don't know.
I can't imagine being 11 feet tall. That would be.
Yeah, but think how much
You
food you could eat during the day.
Yeah, but
because,
think how much
like-
food you would have to eat.
Yeah, I know. That's great. Like I love food.
You wouldn't be able to get in a car. You'd have to drive like a convertible. True. You could get. Have you seen David really pushing the 36ers? The 36-inch wheels. Have you seen those on the Kickstarter?
No, but I would need Mike McMahon suggestions on what bikes because he has a very tall bike.
He is basically 11 feet tall,
is
isn't he?
basically.
Yeah. I think I would rather go with because it just sounds to me like being 11 feet tall would be miserable. 11 inches tall could be a lot of fun. You can go. But Joey, where would you do?
It's like this big. It's like a
I know.
plankton size.
I
like,
know. But you could hide in
Plankton.
things. You could jump in people's luggage. You go places.
Why would I want to be 11 inches tall and get stomped on?
No. You'd still be able to
I'd be going
seen.
to some concert. No, that's rude.
Oh, don't do that too soon.
But 11 feet, my joints, and I'd try to buy underwear. It wouldn't.
Well, no. I just
try to
worry
buy
about
clothes,
how much
anything.
food you'd have to eat. You wouldn't be able to buy clothes. You'd have
You
to
can ride
make-
a bike.
You'd have to be Amish. You'd have to make your own clothes. Or Jess would make your clothes for you. You're 11 feet tall.
Maybe.
Did you make a choice?
Yeah, 11 feet.
11 feet, okay.
I would
Jess,
like to be friends with a giraffe. Wouldn't you?
No, they're mean.
Oh,
I
never
bet you
mind.
they are. Would you rather have a magic pause button or a magic rewind button?
Pause.
Pause, really?
I say some really inappropriate things that I should pause myself before I say.
Well, no, because you've already said them.
So
The
you want the
rewind.
rewind.
You want the rewind then
Oh.
to be able to go back and go undo, but you just
Yeah,
did.
because I guess I wouldn't have that metacognition to pause myself before I would say something really
'cause
stupid.
you've already said it, yeah.
Exactly. So
You just have-
I would need a rewind button, and I think a rewind button would be like helpful in the workplace as I'm like continuing like my national board certification. I feel like I need a rewind button to be more professional.
I wrote this and I have no idea how to answer it. I think it would be a lot of fun to have a pause button because then you could just go and do things and just imagine be able to just like somebody's rambling on and on and on and on. Because a rewind, you just have to go back and live it all over again
Yeah.
and live it all over. But a pause, you could be like, okay, I've had enough of you for now. Click and go off and do something else. And then
Oh
come
yeah, I
back.
would totally give you pink eye.
I would do a pause button. I think, Joey.
I'd do a rewind.
Rewind.
Yeah,
Be able to undo.
yeah.
All right. Would you, Jess, rather be able to ride your bike underwater or have a flying bike?
Flying bike, hell
Flying
yeah,
bike, yeah.
hell yeah. I hate driving places.
Oh, that would allow you to just be able to go straight. Okay,
Exactly,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like I hate driving places. Like driving to see my parents is like agony to me.
I feel like this is actually, once you think about it, it's actually kind of a simple one. I'd much rather have a flying bike.
There's
Choose-
cool stuff underwater though.
There's cool stuff underwater, but if you got a flying bike, you don't have to worry about bridges and like connect the dots and
Gotta go about.
You
You
come
know how many,
across
you know how many airplanes run into birds though? You'd be
you could just-
you'd
you
be
could just fly
they'd
at the
make a movie
treetops.
about you called Sully.
You could just fly at the
And
treetops.
you try to
drone
take off
height.
from
You get
LaGuardia and you
pummeled.
hit some birds and you crash into Hudson and they make a movie after you.
Pummeled by a drone. That would be
Yeah,
really
drone too,
hurt.
yeah.
I still think I'd
It'd be
want a
Tom.
flying
It'd be Tom hitting you with his drone.
bike. Chasing you around.
Yeah.
Wonder if you'd have to like register and you couldn't fly in like the no-fly zones where drones can't go because of.
Now I'm actually concerned about all the Teslas I drive behind and all of them videotaping how terrible I'm driving, but I'm not texting. I'm just a bad driver. Like it's not my fault. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Joey?
Just by design.
You want a sinking boat, sinking bike, or a flying?
No,
bike?
I'll take a fly. I'm afraid of heights though.
No, that's right. I forgot about that.
I'm also afraid of water I can't see in. Thanks. You probably put me in a.
Yeah, because
No,
it wouldn't
that's
improve that. You'd still go
Both are my
underwater.
bugaboos.
I remember at the fight Billy Bike Expo, they had that long escalator.
Oh
You
yeah.
were kind of freaking out a little bit.
It's
on
not that. It's like at that point in time, it's like looking up at the ones above us. So it gives me the chills.
We went to the top of the Memphis, like the highest point in Memphis. It was like
The
on a
Bass
Bass
Pro
Pro
Pyramid?
pyramid.
Okay.
And there was like glass and you can see like underneath it. And I was like, Joey, let's keep jumping on this. And Joey's like, oh my God. Like he was like holding on to the ledge for like dear life.
It's that glass pyramid, and the elevator is glass all the way up to the top.
Oh, hello.
There's a restaurant on top, which is cool, but I had to like walk around for like 10 minutes, like pumping myself up. But my heart rate on my little watch just went. I maxed
Crazy.
out in the elevator.
I don't know that I'm afraid of heights, but
I'm afraid of falling, is what I was told.
it's uncomfortable. I won't say anybody. You should never feel like you're comfortable in a like giant cliff setting.
Some people are.
I don't know. I wouldn't like that either. But I'm not afraid of heights. But I still would rather have a flying bike because you don't have to fly high.
Exactly. You can just be
I
like,
get on the roof and I'm like, ooh.
All right, you guys got anything else before we shut it down?
No, I got tired really quick.
Okay.
because you're drinking that beer, man.
One more quick
I can't drink
recap.
chocolate milk.
Folks, go over and visit Cutaway USA. Remember, you've got an extra 5% if you use the code GRAVEL on top of their already 20% site-wide Christmas holiday sale that is live now with free shipping. You're literally losing money if you don't go spend some right now. And are the Pro 4 cargo bibs available on the site? I know he's just released them, but Joey, check that out.
As of right now, no.
Okay.
But we're in the midst of working on a new GTD kit.
And the new GTD kit is going
It's
to
going to have those bibs.
Okay.
But if you want just a black pair too, because we won't have our kits ready till like March.
Yeah.
Check out those.
Well, I think I'm excited. It's the side and rear mesh pockets. I like the idea of the side pocket. I've never had
Yeah.
bibs with a side pocket.
I love them.
I know you have.
I don't like my current bibs that
Yeah.
have pockets,
Well, mine
but
are
I
on the
love
back.
the pockets. I mean, the fit of my Specialized Adventure bib sucks.
I kind of
That was a
wish
waste
that
of
I
money.
had remembered some of those pockets a little earlier. And I
I
think
use
if
them
I
for
had,
unpaved.
if I was going to say, I wish I'd remembered them in unpaid because I probably would have streamlined some things. But I think I would have thought about it if I'd had the side pockets.
Side pockets are nice. If my bib straps and the upper part of those specialized bibs, I know we're talking about cutaway because they're going to fix my bib situation, but I do like having pockets.
I think that I would want to carry a fancy gentleman's pocket watch in my side mesh.
Oh, no, that's where your flask goes.
I like that even better. I still want a fancy
With my
gentleman's.
Stanley beer stein, I have a Stanley flask too for riding.
Well, there you go, folks. Cutaway, I'm going to have links in the show notes. Make sure to go check them out. Joey, what is the website? CutawayUSA.com?
Yes,
I want to get
just
it right.
straight. CutawayUSA.com.
There we go.
It is beautiful.
Check them out. Check them out and save some money by spending some money. Thanks, everybody, for listening to this episode of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. If you want to support the podcast, folks, the best way to do that is to go over to your podcast listener of choice and find wherever you can do a rating and give us like a 5-star. If you can, do a 10-star. That would be awesome.
Or if we're only worthy of a 3, that's fine too.
No, if it's a 3, then if you don't...
You could individually rank us too. You know, we could.
What?
We could.
I don't want that to happen. Folks, how can you get in touch with us, Joey, if people want to reach out to us?
Well, you can reach out, just don't actually touch me. I'm not big on hugs. GravelTravelDirt.com. I like when my wife hugs me, or Brian, but I don't like when people hug me.
Strangers hugging?
Even people I know. Sometimes I'll approach you if I want to hug you, but don't approach me.
We had a nice hug at Philly Bike Expo with Nate, didn't we? We had the prom hug.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah, that
did
was nice.
that actually make it onto social media?
It did.
I didn't know where we were going with that. If you could see that picture, you could feel like I'm a little awkward standing in the front, like, what's going on behind?
I'm like the third wheel looking kind of thing, so it's all right.
Anyway.
If you want to check that out, though, at Mid-Atlantic GTD, it's on the grams. That's about it. We got rid of phone numbers and stuff. I don't know if anyone called and did the Wookiee.
I don't know. Who knows?
So,
the Wookiee is MIA and whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. One day we'll get some Wookiee love.
people disappointed me.
I think one day we'll get some Wookiee love.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt, folks, is recorded this week from right here in Joey's kitchen. Thanks for riding along. Enjoy your turkey this week.
Have a great Thanksgiving, guys.
And if you've ridden over 100 miles this week, you get an extra slice of pie.
No, we don't work for food.
No?
No.
Well, I'm just saying.
We eat food because it's good.
Okay. Oh, man, I just got beat down.
Yeah.
So just eat the food because you
Just
enjoy
eat
the food.
because
Just
you
eat
enjoy the food.
I do
You
love
don't
me.
have to work out for food.
This is the only time, in my opinion, that pumpkin is actually something that's acceptable. I am so over the whole
I hate pumpkin flavored
Joey hates
anything.
pumpkin things.
But
And
pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving.
Gross.
No,
Pecan pie.
no. Okay, well, I'll do that.
Ooh,
too.
this or that. Pecan or
What?
pecan?
Chess pie. Chess pie? Just a straight
Peanut butter
sugar
pie.
pie with a little bit of Okay, anyway. Thanks for riding along, everybody. Until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, and respect others.
Love you, bye.
Bye.
Love you, bye.
Just bye. I will bigger about that.
I'm waiting. I'm going to wait.
Love you. Bye.